This was it was not good. I mean, she's not good at this job, guys. She's not. She's terrible at this job. She does not deserve this job. She got this job because of a few different things: her skin color, her genitals, and which genitals she likes to romance with. Those three things together got her this gig. She's obviously not qualified. She does a terrible job every single day. She seems like a nice person. I don't have anything against her, but she's just not good at this particular job. She might be good at another job, you know? I don't know what that job would be. I certainly wouldn't be hiring her. I can't imagine that there's a job that she's good at, but maybe she is good at something. It's just not this. Let me give you a little walkthrough of her week. Now remember, this story comes out about these documents. And I've told you before, I don't really care if he had a few documents at his place. I don't really care if Donald Trump had documents at his place. I just don't care. It's not central to why I would elect a president or not elect a president. Oh, they kept a couple of letters at their house. Okay. All right, great. Thank you for the update. But, of course, more than anything else, the optics of this are terrible. They look terrible for the president, who has been sitting here saying the worst thing of all time was having classified documents at your house. How could this possibly happen? And then, of course, he does it. He does it before the election here in 2022. He does not disclose it. They all just stay quiet about it. They shut up about it because they don't want to affect the election. The press eventually gets wind of it and says, hey, guys, we heard that you have documents. So there were some classified documents. They are asked about it. And it's funny because they knew at that time about the second and third group of documents. They knew about that. But they decided, again, to hide. The most transparent administration in history decided to hide this information from reporters, which is just, first of all, just a PR disaster. Just get it out there. They already know about the first batch of documents. Give them the rest of the documents. Get it over with. They already knew about them, but they decided not to because, of course, they're hiding something. This is the way they operate. Well, people wanted to say, hey, KJP, what's the deal here? What have you talked to President Biden about this whole situation? What did he say? Here's how that went.
Have you spoken to the president about these documents and their discovery?
I have not spoken. Well, first of all, I have not spoken to the president about any of this specifically because he's laid out what he knows. He has said he doesn't know what is in them, so there's no way for me to talk about the documents if he has said he doesn't know what's in them. And we're just going to allow the process to continue.
Does anybody believe he doesn't know what's in these documents? Is there a soul on earth who actually believes that story that she just read from her binder? Is there one person on earth? Does Karine Jean-Pierre even believe it? I mean, obviously not. Then she was trying to get out of answering more questions about this. That last clip was from Wednesday. We go to Thursday now, yesterday. And she's trying to figure out a way to not answer questions about this. This exchange is just mind-boggling.
Go ahead.
We have the records from the Delaware residents.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was calling the gentleman who wanted to ask a question that was not related to this. Go ahead.
I bet.
I know I'm a little behind the news cycle here, but I want to go back to yesterday's op-ed from the president on tax regulation.
She gets a reporter who starts asking a question about the documents, cuts him off and said, actually, I meant to call him that guy. Because that guy's going to ask me an easier question, and I don't want to answer your hard question. Let's just get the questions that I want. Guys, can you just submit the questions before? I will pick them, and I will answer the ones I want to answer. That might be how this works in the future. Don't be surprised if it's already happening right now. How about Peter Doocy? Now, Doocy always comes with he's the only skeptical questioner in this room. We all know that. But he was asking about what he called GarageGate, the fact that these documents were sitting in a garage, which seemingly not only Hunter Biden, but many other people had access to next to his Corvette. Here is how that exchange went.
Another one on GarageGate. What is the White House trying to hide?
Nothing.
Someone gave the president a statement to read on Tuesday that was incomplete at best, misleading at worst. Who?
So I have read out the president's statement. I have read it out yesterday and what he said. He said that he respects or he takes classified information and documents very seriously. That's what he said.
Right. That is what he said. But the whole point of that whole statement was misleading and it was incorrect. And now they tried to back off of that. But we all know that Joe Biden does form his own sentences. If he tries to form his own sentences, it doesn't work. Just like the engine of his Corvette. Possibly. By the way, GarageGate's okay. I will say, you had the Trump documents at Mar-a-Lago. You've got the Biden documents in his garage next to his Corvette. I think Mar-a-Lago is better. I'm just going to say it right now. Garage gate's fine. Mar-a-Lago, better. That's my opinion. Okay, how about today? What was she blabbing about today with these documents?
Many of you here have been talking to my colleague in the White House counsel. So what the actions that we took were right actions that his team took in dealing with the Department of Justice and also the archives. Look,
you guys have answered questions when the press has broken in the news.
Because it's an ongoing process. Because, again, it is an ongoing process. There is a process here.
Yeah, there's a process here. You avoid it until you absolutely have to tell the truth. You lie and lie and lie and lie, and then eventually you get caught and you have to tell the truth, and then you give the slightest, most tiny piece of the truth possible, and until you can lie and lie more until you have to give another tiny piece of the truth. That is the process here. This is the process that Karine Jean-Pierre is involved in every single day. This is what she does for a living. Now, she's getting paid not by the Biden presidential campaign, but by you. You are paying her salary. It is her job to actually actively communicate ongoing things in the White House to you, to help you, a citizen, understand what's going on in the inner workings of Washington. Does she do this job well? Does she do it? Does she even try to do it? No. It's a constant half-truth defense of her bumbling boss who sits there and is involved in constant lying on an everyday basis, and she just perpetuates it. I mean, it's embarrassing, and the worst part about it is, because that description applies to a lot of press secretaries. The worst part about it is she's really bad at doing it. She doesn't do it well. She's terrible at her job, and that's why we have to spend some time analyzing the week of Karine.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.